Hi guys, today in class we worked on writing equations from a table again, okay, and we're solving it by hand. So if you notice on your slides, right, when you open your Jamboard for today, it is dated 9/23, okay, if you are an A day. If you're a B day, it should be dated 9/24, okay. So I just want to talk a little bit about the slide first before we start doing our work. If you notice, there are colored sticky notes. Okay, one of them, the one that is numbered, so if it has a number on it, those are your directions. Okay, the color that matches it is where you put your answer. Okay, so for number 1, the directions are to find your B. After we go find our B, we're going to put our answer right here on the yellow sticky note that says B equals. If you double click on it, it pops up and lets you type in your answer. Okay, so if you look, notice there's 2 of them with step 2. That means either one can come first. Okay, you're typing your answer right here where it says type here. Okay, step 3 is right here in pink. You're finding slope now by creating a fraction. You're dragging your numbers to where they belong. Okay, once we have numbers, it'll be easier for us to know what I mean, to see what I mean. Okay, rewriting our slope, we are basically dividing or simplifying our fraction. When we get our answer, we're going to type it here where it says m equals. Okay, for step number 5, we are writing our equation in the form y equals mx plus b, same like we've been working on, right? When we're typing our answer, we type it right here where it says y equals. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So actually, before we get started on that example, slide 2, 3, and 4 are all arranged the same way. Okay, so back to slide 1. Okay, so finding our B, step number 1. If we remember from our notes last class, finding my B from a table means that I'm looking for 0 in my X column. Okay, if I can locate 0 in the X, whatever number I have for my Y is automatically my y-intercept. That is my B. So I'm going to go double click on the B equals and I'm going to type the number 6. After I hit save, it pops up and saves it right there for me. Okay. Find the change in X, step number 2. This is when we draw these crocodile mouths, right? Okay, so from 0 to 2, right, I'm going to go to a number that I'm familiar with. It's easy for me to look at 0, know that I have to add 2 to get to 2, right? Same thing right here. 2 plus 2, I have to get to 4. So I know that plus 2 does work for me. So I'm going to double click where it says type here. I'm going to erase that and type a plus 2. Okay, so my answer's waiting for me right here before I need to drag it. Next, find change in Y. So I'm going to go do the same thing, crocodile mouths on the Y side. Okay, from 6, we're trying to get to 0, right? We're trying to move to the right-hand side. So from 6, I need to subtract 6, right, to get to 0. So I'm going to do minus 6 on my Y side. So if I look back over here, 12 minus 6, it does give me the 6 that I needed for the next spot, right? Okay, so I'm going to go and update my type here. It's a minus 6. Okay, so now we're ready to try to find slope, right? Remember, slope is the change in Y over the change in X. So I want you to drag your change in Y, that's going to be the top number, over the change in X. I want you to drag that, and now we have a fraction. Negative 6 divided by a positive 2. Okay, so if we remember when our signs are different, signs are not the same, right? That means that I'm going to have a negative answer. Okay, my slope is going to be negative. If I do 6 divided by 2, I get a 3, so I'm going to go update that in my M. I am getting a negative 3. Okay, so now I'm ready to write my equation. I have my M, I have my B, so now I just need to plug them into where I think they belong in my equation, right? M is paired with my X, so I'm going to say Y equals negative 3X plus my B was 6, hit save, and my problem is done. Okay, there is an error on slide number 4. Instead of negative 3, you should be getting, or you should have a negative 4 right there. Because we want constant rate of change, and that number was wrong. Okay, so if we take a look at slide 5, okay, that is our learning target. Actually, before you listen to the rest of the video, you can hit pause, go finish the 3 slides before this, before you move on to the next part. Okay, so our learning target, what we're moving towards, right? Once we're done with writing equations from a table, we're going to write equations from word problems now. Okay, the way we're going to accomplish that goal is by identifying our slope words. Once we have that word, we're going to draw an X, either on top of it or above it, right? Somewhere that I know it means slope. We're going to circle the slope number, because we've been circling slope, and we're going to put a box on the intercept number. Then we'll be able to write our equation, because we'll have our M and our B, and we're used to plugging them in. Okay? Before we get to actually writing equations, I want us to try to separate these words down here into the column that they belong, the category, right? There's some adding words, there's some subtracting words. I know that the letter M in my equation stands for slope. So if you notice down here, there's a word bank. You are able to click and drag. Okay, they're just a bunch of sticky notes. Okay, we know that the letter B stands for the y-intercept. So I'm going to go find that sticky note and put it underneath there. Okay, the words that we really need to relate with slope are per, each, where's my each, and every. Those 3 words are indicators that it means slope. That means that whatever number is either to the left or right of those words is my slope automatically. Okay, a few other ones that mean slope or tell me to multiply are rate, because remember we said rate of change is the same thing as slope, an, and of. Okay, we did take notes on some other words for intercept. I'll give you a hint. One of them is the start. Okay, I will let you finish the rest of this slide. We're going to go ahead and move to slide number 7, and we're going to do one example together. Okay, so on here there are 4 different statements. Okay, and if you notice in each one there is a slope word. Okay, so up here in sticky notes are your directions. So your first step is to identify the slope word and draw an X. So in that first statement, I see that my slope word is per. So I'm either going to draw an X on top of it or above it. Okay. I'm going to circle the slope number. Remember I told you it was the number to the left or right of the X we drew, right? So I know that it's 50 cents. as my slope word. My slope number, sorry. Then the other number that I have left is going to be my intercept. So I'm going to box that number. So there we go. Now we've got circle, box. We can try to write our equation, right? But guys, the reason why we did that vocabulary slide before this is because it's important for us to understand whether we are adding or subtracting in our equation, okay? And whether our slope is positive or negative. So if we notice right here, spent, if you're spending money, that means that your amount is decreasing, right? So we should be subtracting. Okay, so if we try to write our equation for that one, we should be getting y is equal to, remember our slope was negative, so it's negative 0.50. That was my slope number, so x goes with that, plus 5, because we started with $5. Okay, so there's my equation. See if you can work through the next 3, and then go ahead and hit submit on your assignment.